Wilson to come join me on the stage. Joe is a co-valedictorian on the traditional side, and Joe is a student who has fully engaged in his high school experience. Not only is he an exceptional academic student, as evidenced by his 8 AP classes and a math class at Front Range, but he's also one of the kindest students at Niwot High School. One can find him helping his peers with math and science by tutoring, exhibiting his athletic skills on the baseball field, or engaging the crowd with his booming radio voice as an announcer at our home athletic events. Joe comments that he loves to observe the world around him and wonders what he can do to contribute to it. He chooses to surround himself with motivated friends. He states, quote, "I am not just another good test scorer," unquote. His teachers describe him as super talented and love the fact that he is an inspiration to them and to our Niwot students. He has a humble, positive, and curious demeanor that has helped him understand difficult concepts deeply. He's excellent at self-advocating and does it with a smile. Leadership is a quintessential strength, and Joe has showcased his exceptional mentoring skills in meaningful ways. Whether running tryouts for local youth sports, renovating the damaged baseball field, or inspiring his teammates, Joe is a student who leads by example and has a maturity and integrity far beyond his years. Joe will be heading to CU Boulder in the fall to double major in physics and computer science in their honors program. Please help me welcome Joe Wilson, our traditional co-valedictorian.
Good morning, class of 2016. Okay, I had a special request to do the radio voice, or as you guys are more familiar, the volleyball announcing voice. Before I begin, I'd just like to give out a few thank yous. Thank you parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, etc. But in all seriousness, thank you to anyone and everyone that helped me get to where I am today and helped give me the opportunities that I have laid out in front of me. Thank you, family, friends, and Squacemen. You know who you are. For those of you that know me, it will come as no surprise when I say that I love baseball. During the 11 or so years that I played the game, I learned some valuable skills and lessons, like teamwork, leadership, and how to spit a sunflower seed as far as I can. It's all about launch angle, it turns out. And I could amuse you with stories of life from the inside of the dugout, or those dreaded bus rides to Greeley that we took every year. I could tell you about brotherhood, companionship, or that all that matters is having fun. I wish I could tell you how to hit a home run or strike out 11 hitters in one game, but I'll let you ask a teammate of mine about that. Instead, today, I'd like to tell you about perhaps the most important thing I learned as a baseball player, and that's how to fail. You see, baseball is a funny game. Professional players that consistently have a batting average over 300 generally get paid millions of dollars. And for those of you non-baseball people, this means that they get a hit only about 3 out of every 10 at-bats they have. 3 out of 10. They fail 70% of the time. Yet they're the best players in the world. Try to think of any other profession where you can fail that much and still be considered successful. I've heard that it certainly doesn't work in high school. And freshman year, during my stint on the basketball team, I learned that it doesn't work with free throw shooting either. When I was about 12 years old, I played for a youth baseball team in Longmont. And wow, was I bad. I don't think I could even smell a baseball, let alone hit one. And that's paraphrasing my coach. I don't think anyone would have blamed me if I decided to hang up the cleats after that season and try something else. Yet, that thought never crossed my mind. I started to work harder. I practiced all summer and fall. I worked with my coaches to figure out how to fix my game. And I think that change carried me through the rest of my career. The next season, in the first game of the year, I got 2 hits. Ever since then, my mindset, my attitude, my work ethic have all been constantly geared towards improvement. So when the slumps and scuffles came later on, I knew that I just had to work through them. This kind of failure can be frustrating. Yet, that aspect of the game is what I take away most. This, to me, is why I think everyone should play a sport like baseball. Just give it a try. Too many of us never learn how to fail. And as much as I would like to stand up here and say that I am confident that I see future doctors and lawyers out there in the audience, I know better. I know that only you, the individual, are in charge of that. And I know that a life without some failure is a life without risk or pursuit of aspirations. Perhaps we sometimes forget that, yes, you can do anything you set your mind to, but only as long as you're willing to work for it. Perhaps we say we want success, but our actions don't always reflect our voices. Perhaps we aren't as special as we sometimes think we are, and perhaps sometimes, unfortunately, we fail. Poet Robert Frost once triumphantly said, "Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference." It's Robert Frost's impression. But to be completely honest, this quote is a load of garbage. At best, it's misleading. We'd all like to believe that the key to success is a simple traveling of a path, that the secret to discovering one's true individuality and uniqueness is a simple left turn at a fork in the road. But with so many people living on Earth, chances are several thousands have already taken the road less traveled by. And that's only if you're truly one in a million. Besides, we all know that most of us would only like to choose this road so we can take a selfie, throw an artsy filter on it, and post it on Instagram with the caption, "Yellow Woods, #Frosty." Maybe an emoji or two. If you're going to choose the road less traveled by, turn off the phone for a minute, do it for the experience, and don't be afraid to get some mud on your shoes. In other words, don't strive to simply do your best. Strive to be the best at what you do. Because you see, in the age of hipsters, hashtags, and 100-day snap streaks, in the age of Twitter tirades and temper tantrums, in the age of gaming, GIFs, and grandmas on Facebook, it's so hard not to think that we're something special. We spend so much time thinking about what makes us different from each other, and we lose sight of the fact that we're actually all vastly, very much the same. And this will all seem fine and good, but one day, not if, but when failure comes burning into your life, it will be nice to remember that we all will fail. When a baseball player steps in the batter's box, he has to stare down at the pitcher knowing that the odds are against him. Yet he will do so with the utmost confidence and expectation of success. Because the difference between successful and unsuccessful people is not that one group fails less. It's that when successful people fail, they let it be a reminder that they aren't the best yet. They use it to fuel them. They immediately get back to work, and they spend no time moping, pouting, or feeling sorry for themselves. Because when their dream is on the line, they'll do whatever it takes to go out and work for it. So, class of 2016, just remember as we leave here today that baseball is the best sport. Okay, sorry. Just remember, as your name is called and you walk across the stage, as we place our tassels on the other side of these silly-looking caps and then throw them into the air, and as we leave here today, putting Niwot and all of high school in the rearview mirror, that maybe we aren't so special, and that's okay. And every once in a while, when you step up to the plate, you might just hit a home run. Thank you.
Thanks, Joe. Our last speaker of